Oh, has a nice ring to it. Put that on a t-shirt.
Shooting guard, at 6 foot 6 inches, number 17, Garrett Temple. At forward from Georgetown, Otto Porter. At forward, number 42 from Brazil, René. At the center position, standing 6 foot 11, number 13, Martin Rotas. And your point guard, number 2 from the University of Kentucky, John Wall.
It's the home of the Wizards here in Washington, D.C. as 2K Sports brings you today's action live from the Verizon Center. Good outing against the Rockets in Houston. And only a single point of separation there. Great game. It came right down to the wire.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. The Splash Brothers are the guards, and it's Barnes in at the 3. And the shot's good from Nene.
Good way to start the game there. I mean, that's a nice inside bucket.
You're right, Clark. That's exactly what you would want, to establish that presence down low early in the game.
Otto Porter, hailing from a family of basketball players. His mom, All-State in '85. His 3 uncles won state titles. Deep basketball roots.
And how about the fact several of his cousins also won state championships, although Otto is the only one in the family to reach the NBA.
That's good.
Harrison Barnes.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. It's Wall with the drive. Got it from 16 feet.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Outside Curry. Shoots. Barnes dishes to Curry. Kicks to Thompson. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. The Warriors have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. The tray. No good. Wall with some nice D.
Not good shot selection. That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. And it's the Warriors with the ball. After the basket by Washington, it's Curry with the drive. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Wall draws the double. Here's Temple. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. The Warriors have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. From downtown, they get it again. Bogut kicks to Barnes. And lots of... Contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to go on Otto Porter Jr. The Warriors shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. A nice bounce back year for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Oubre is checked in for Porter, and Beal subbed in for Garrett Temple. Now here's Curry after Gortat's miss. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Make it.
I tell you what, Harrison Barnes, very athletic. He certainly passes the eye test, and with his size, he can punish smaller wings and create mismatches. And then also he can play some small ball power forward at times as well with the way they like to space the floor.
And slam dunk by Nene.
Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
They double team Curry. From 11 feet away. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
And you talk about Harrison Barnes overall. He had a nice uptick in his rebounding last year, and that was a goal of his. He wanted to get his activity level up. And oftentimes the difference between being good and great is just making those small incremental improvements in different facets of your game.
Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it, the fast break chance, and stolen by Barnes. From 13, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Clark, remember a year ago, Klay Thompson was the subject of trade speculation, possibly, in fact, going to the Timberwolves for Kevin Love.
Yeah, in the end, the Warriors stood pat, and it was a controversial decision at that point, but I don't think there's any question it was a pretty good move for the Warriors right now.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Estes Ezeli, he's jacked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
And the Warriors, also inking Thompson to that 4-year, $70 million extension. A big show of faith on their part, and it's looking like money well spent.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Thompson. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. Beal gets a wide-open look. The three-pointer off the mark.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's...
Beautiful. Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when you need a spark, something electric to get your teammates fired up.
Here's Wall, and count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. Washington making some changes. Drew Gooden has checked in for Gortat. Dudley comes in for Nene. And Gary Neal subbed in for Oubre. And for Marcin Gortat, he was such a good fit for the Wizards last season. Actually, the last 2 seasons.
You know, he runs the floor very well for his size. A terrific finisher, solid in the pick and roll, can make the mid-range. He's been one of the more consistent centers in our league.
Clock management, this is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
It's Curry with the drive. It's hauled in by Gooden.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
There's Beal with the three. Draymond Green with the rebound. Last outing for Golden State, they won that game against the Knicks in New York.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, you've got to be able to have that kind of performance on the road. Focused, purposeful, and productive. Really.
And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range, he told us about his comfort stretching the floor. I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
And off we go. A close game now starting the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Wizards?
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Yeah, and they're finding ways to score multiple ways, playing well and sharing the ball, just operating good at the offensive end.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Barnes and Green are the forward set. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots, and it's Bogut and at the center walking down the middle. And again, Washington running the court in transition. Green with the block. Here's Barnes. Here's Thompson.